Hey friends, have you ever thought about how the value of money changes over time? It's similar to the weather. Some days are clear, predictable, and calm, while other days bring sudden storms that force you to adjust. Currency exchange rates behave in much the same way. One moment, your money holds a certain value, and the next, it can fluctuate, either increasing or decreasing unexpectedly. This constant ebb and flow impacts everyone, from travelers exchanging money for a trip to investors making financial decisions. In today's video, we're going to dive into a concept that might completely shift your perspective on money and exchange rates, the hard currency list. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is the hard currency list, and why should you care? Well, let's break it down. In the world of finance, a hard currency refers to a currency that is widely accepted, stable, and trusted on a global scale. Some examples include the US dollar, the Swiss franc, and the euro. These currencies are often considered benchmarks in the financial world because they maintain their value better than others and are less prone to extreme fluctuations. But why is this important to you? When we talk about money, we're really talking about trust. The trust that the money you hold today will still have value tomorrow. It's not just about the physical amount in your wallet, it's about how much that money is actually worth in the long run. This is where exchange rates come into play. Simply put, an exchange rate represents the value of one currency relative to another. For example, if today $1 is equal to 85 euros or 5 units of another country's currency, that rate might change tomorrow, making the same amount of money worth more or less. Exchange rates aren't fixed, they fluctuate constantly due to shifts in the global economy, meaning that one moment you might get more value for your money, and the next, it could be worth less. It's just like the weather, one moment and unpredictable the next. This is why hard currencies matter in this discussion. When a currency is considered a hard currency, it generally means it's more stable, making it safer to use and exchange because it carries less risk compared to currencies that are more volatile. The stability of a currency means its exchange rate is more predictable, which is beneficial when you're traveling or making international purchases. Imagine you're in another country and spot a souvenir you'd love to take home. The price tag says 20 local units, and you know the exchange rate is $1 to 5 local units, meaning the souvenir costs you just $4. But what if the exchange rate changes overnight? If it shifts from 5 local units per dollar to 6, that same souvenir would now cost you $5 instead of $4. This is where hard currencies play a role. When a currency is more stable, these sudden shifts are less likely to happen, giving you more financial certainty. Think about how much easier life would be if the value of your money remained stable no matter where you traveled. You wouldn't have to constantly monitor exchange rates, worry about fluctuations, or second-guess every purchase. Instead, you could focus on enjoying your experience without the stress of unexpected financial changes. Now, let's explore another important aspect of currency lower denomination bills and how they connect to exchange rates and economic stability. When a country introduces smaller bills, such as $1 or $5 notes, it often reflects an economic adjustment. Imagine a country that only has high-value bills like $50 or $100. Making everyday transactions would be challenging since you'd always need to deal with large amounts for even the simplest purchases. However, by introducing lower denominations, the government makes it easier for people to handle small transactions. It's similar to turning a pile of spare change into usable bills, making spending more convenient. However, the introduction of lower denominations also has implications when a currency is devalued. If a government decides to decrease the value of its currency, those smaller bills must be recalibrated. After all, what good is a $1 bill if its purchasing power diminishes overnight? Imagine being in a market where an item costs 10 lower denomination notes. You expect to pay a certain amount, but if the exchange rate suddenly shifts and the value of your currency drops, those same 10 notes may not cover the cost as they did the day before. This means your money doesn't stretch as far, and if you're traveling, your budget could take an unexpected hit. The connection between currency stability, smaller bills, and exchange rate movements is an essential factor in financial planning. Understanding these relationships helps you make more informed decisions about your money, whether you're saving, investing, or simply making everyday purchases. To recap, hard currencies are those that remain stable and widely accepted globally. Exchange rates constantly fluctuate and impact the value of money. And introducing smaller bills usually makes transactions more practical, but can also signal economic shifts. When a currency is devalued, those lower notes need to be adjusted accordingly. So, how can you stay informed and make smart financial choices? One of the best ways is to follow trusted financial news sources that provide updates on exchange rates, government policies, and economic developments that could impact your money's value. Political and economic events often cause major fluctuations in exchange rates, and staying updated helps you prepare for these changes. Another useful tool is online exchange rate trackers, which show real-time rate fluctuations. You might be surprised to see how frequently these rates change within a single day. Monitoring these movements can help you decide when to exchange money or make purchases based on the best rates available. Additionally, if you're traveling, always check the exchange rate before spending to ensure you're getting a fair deal. Now, shifting gears to another important financial development, have you been following the recent updates regarding private bondholders? For years, many investors have been waiting to exchange their bonds, facing delays and uncertainty. However, the waiting period is finally coming to an end for some, as reports indicate that funds are now being distributed, allowing bondholders to access their long-awaited travel funds. This is a significant milestone in the financial world. Here's how the process works. First, bondholders receive a notification, whether by email, phone call, or official letter, confirming that their funds are ready for exchange. Once they receive this confirmation, they can proceed with making travel arrangements, booking flights, securing accommodations, and ensuring all required paperwork is in place. For many individuals, this marks a long-awaited moment of relief and celebration, as it represents the culmination of years of patience and financial planning. What's even more fascinating is how this development is influencing other bondholders. Every successful exchange serves as a reminder that persistence pays off, inspiring those who are still waiting to remain hopeful and prepared. If you know someone who has been eagerly anticipating their bond exchange, be sure to share this update with them. It might be exactly the news they've been waiting for. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you been keeping up with the developments surrounding private bondholders? What are your views on people finally gaining access to their funds? Drop a comment below and join the discussion. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you valuable financial insights and updates. That's all for today, and I hope this video has helped you better understand how exchange rates, hard currencies, and lower denomination bills are all interconnected. At first glance, these financial concepts might seem complex, but once you break them down, they become valuable tools for managing money wisely. As always, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more insights that simplify the world of finance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.